Hi, this is Mike Levine from PickupTrucks.com, and we're here for the introduction of the GMC Sierra All-Terrain Heavy-Duty Concept Truck. We're with lead designer Carl Zipfel. Other competitors like Ford and Ram have made great inroads in the off-road market with the Raptor and the Power Wagon, and it looks like, you know, those are two very separated vehicles from each other. One's a go-fast Baja truck, another one's a slow Moab rock crawler. Yeah. This truck seems to straddle the middle. So can you talk a little bit how you came up with the concept for this?
Absolutely. When we began the design process for this vehicle, we really set out to incorporate three key elements, and that's first starting off with a unique proportion that's enabled by our production 2500 HD platform, if you will. And from there, we incorporated in a number of key off-road enablers, combine that with some new design, powerful graphics and forms to really evolve the GMC brand vocabulary, if you will. And that really kind of put the truck in a place, like you described, that where no one else is.
Looking at this, I can see it's got the lifted ride height. It's got some custom upper and lower control arms in the front. It seems like you're taking full advantage of the Sierra Heavy Duty's independent front suspension.
Absolutely, yes. We redesigned the upper and lower control arm, more heavy duty and longer arm geometry. We've also mounted those to a set of Fox shocks, reservoir shocks with a secondary jounce shock system, and then obviously mounted it to a set of 20-inch custom wheels mounted to 35-inch BFG aggressive off-road tires.
Okay, and in the back you're using what, Fox shocks at all the corners?
Yeah, Fox shocks are at all the corners, also with secondary jounce shock system on all four corners.
Okay, now obviously we're talking a diesel-powered heavy-duty off-road truck.
Yes.
That doesn't exist in the off-road segment today. We've seen it in concepts in the past. So we've got a Duramax diesel, and it looks like you've done some stuff here with the grille and the hood to accommodate that diesel power.
Absolutely. It gave us a great opportunity to design a whole new front clip here. So starting off with the hood, you'll see we have a dual intake port system that's feeding cold air to the Duramax diesel. And as you progress downward, the powerful hood forms transition right into a very vertically oriented front end. The grille integrates right down into the lower fascia, which turns under into our lower skid plate on the vehicle. And you'll see out on the corners, we've designed a fascia that allows for an unobstructed approach to the front tires.
This grille is even more advanced than we've seen on a GMC full-size pickup before. Yeah. What is this telling us? Are you telling us that this is a design direction that you guys are thinking for the next truck, for the current truck? What does this mean?
Yeah, certainly. I think any study or concept vehicle that we do is always looking at how can we evolve the GMC design vocabulary and the brand cues, design cues, if you will. This grille definitely picks up off of where our concept last year, the GMC Granite, started. A very three-dimensional sculptural grille. You'll see the molded insert that's allowing more airflow, and then our signature 3 chrome ports in the middle of that. So we've really taken that approach, those ingredients, kind of brought it up to the truck proportion and scale, and started the design from there.
Okay, now of course a pickup truck isn't all about what's under the hood. You know, let's also talk about what's going on in the back of this truck, because you've got some great innovations that are going on here.
Absolutely.
And one thing I do want to point out as we go around here is that you also have this composite underbody shielding that you're using to protect all the key components underneath the truck.
Yes, definitely. We design in typical front and rear skid plates, but then we included a full-length composite underbody protection system protecting the entire driveline from front to back.
Excellent. And talk about the cargo box here, because I think some people are going to notice that there is an element here of storage that we've seen elsewhere before, but it's the first time on a GM truck.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we decided on this concept. We wanted to incorporate a lockable, weatherproof storage system as auxiliary storage to the larger pickup box. So you'll notice that that we have the cargo boxes on each side, and this is just a great area for the customer to store things like off-road accessories, valuable tools, anything that they want to secure and keep weatherproof and dry. And then you'll also notice down below we have a secondary assist step that helps aid getting into the pickup bed from the side of the truck. And these were features that we thought were just real thoughtful and what the kind of thing that customers would expect of a GMC concept.
Okay. And finally, again, here in the back, I can see you've got the jounce shocks, you've got the Fox shocks that are in here.
Yes.
So you're carrying that off-road capability forward with the rest of the truck.
Absolutely.
But aside from the off-road capability, I also noticed kind of a new trick here, and I think this is probably a new trend in the industry. You have interior lighting inside the cargo box.
Yes.
Is this like the new cup holder for pickup trucks? Is this the new trend where we could go for other innovations that might happen?
Oh, certainly. Part of the concept was designing a brand new composite bed liner, if you will. And when we did so, we incorporated in a number of features, really starting out with the 360-degree LED flood lighting that you mentioned. We've also incorporated a number of features. I can walk around the back of the truck and show you. But we've got an integrated 110-volt outlet power takeoff for any kind of electrical tool that you might need. And on the opposite corner here, we actually have a compressed air outlet for anybody that might be need to run air tools. So we really thought about kind of things that we think our customer base, the segment that this vehicle is aimed at, the kind of things that they would appreciate and need and expect out of a GMC truck.
Great. Well, Carl, I think you guys have definitely pushed the boundaries on what an off-road heavy-duty pickup truck could be. Really appreciate your time. For more news and information about the GMC Sierra all-terrain heavy-duty pickup truck, be sure to read pickuptrucks.com. This is Mike Levine from pickuptrucks.com, and we're here at the introduction of the GMC Sierra all-terrain heavy-duty concept truck, and we're with lead designer Carl Zupfel. Carl took the lead on the exterior and the interior of the truck. Let's take a closer look at the interior because it evolves what's going on with the current truck without stretching it too far, but it takes it in a couple of new directions. So Carl, first thing I notice are these carbon fiber accents, so maybe you can talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. It's a debossed carbon fiber leather, and what it does is it provides a more durable material in the high wear areas of the seat and the steering wheel. And you'll also notice that we've leather wrapped the top of the instrument panel, and we have a contrasting stitching for a more premium feel. And then we have integrated in satin metal accent trim panels in both the instrument panel and the center console.
Talk about the seats a little bit more because aside from the carbon fiber, you got this bolstering in here too?
Yeah, there's extra bolstering, and then you'll also notice that there is a gray distressed leather insert accented with a red stitch.
And how practical is this interior? I mean, again, this is the current interior with a little bit more upscale feel to it. That looks like that was your goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we were trying to accomplish on the interior is a premium feel, yet still retain the functionality. So it's a little bit different spin than just a luxury interior. This offers premium, luxurious accoutrements, if you will, but also has the functionality and the durability that you would expect out of a pickup truck that can go off-road.
Great. Thanks, Carl. For more news and information about the GMC Sierra all-terrain heavy-duty concept, check out pickuptrucks.com.